Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat. It's me, Callum, here. I'm here with Jacob, Heggie and Aaron this week. We, of course, are going to preview and predict the scores of the game week 9, or was it game week 10?
Game week 10, 9th game.
That's what it is, Heggie. Of the Premier League. Without further ado, we may as well start off with the first game, which is strange, but it's a 3 o'clock kickoff on the Saturday. And it is Bournemouth against Leicester. Of course, we know there's no 12 o'clock or half 12 kickoff.
Yep. Because Man United are tiny and playing on Thursday night.
Heggie's hit the nail on the head there. So, we'll move on to Bournemouth and Leicester then. Aaron, would you like to kick us off there on the wee tiny chair?
I've somehow ended up with a camping chair again this week. Well done, boys.
All 5'3" of them.
5'6" actually.
I knew that would get a bite.
Real Lissandro over here.
Real Lissandro.
Lissandro's taller.
Alright, okay, fair enough. But anyway, Leicester impressive the other night against Forest. That played really well. Not quite what I expected them to do because they've been struggling a little bit before the break. But fair play to them. Bournemouth were a bit lucky, I think, to escape with a point against Brentford. Brentford had so many opportunities in that game. They should have. Tony's the chance in that game. He should have scored. But I think to save the waffling, because I've been told I waffle a lot on these predictions, I'm going to go for 2-0 to Leicester City.
That was some good knowledge there. You done some
that.
research.
I did do some research.
Aaron's he's actually getting notes underneath the table.
They're not underneath the table. I just watched the games and took some notes.
That's what we all do every game, isn't it? We all do that every week.
Oh yeah.
Content.
Heggie, what are you thinking? Bournemouth Leicester.
Bournemouth Leicester.
Vitality Stadium.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. It used to be.
Aaron knows what they're all called.
I believe it is called the Vitality Stadium, but
Is that in your notes?
Sorry. Right, Bournemouth Leicester. I think I'm just going to echo what Aaron said. Leicester looked very good the other night. I think they will win this game. I think it'll be 2-1.
Yeah, there's no way Ward keeps 2 clean sheets in a row. I'm also going to say 2-1.
Oh, I'm not going to copy you, but I'm going to say 2-1. I do agree with you. I don't think Ward's going to keep another clean sheet.
No chance.
come on, Danny. I've got faith in you.
Keep a Moore header. There you go. Leicester are terrible at defending set pieces, and I think that's where they'll fall short. But they will win.
Yeah. Sorted. On to Chelsea versus Wolves. I think Chelsea will now start to play better again under Graham Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Wolves obviously have not started the season well. Costa back at his old team. That'll be interesting to see what he does, but I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Wolves 1.
Yeah.
Managerless
Yeah.
Wolves as well.
Managerless.
No
Yeah,
manager.
of course.
No manager's gone.
Do you think that's fair?
1
win in 14.
They had to do it.
Potentially,
They
yeah.
had to.
I'm seeing a lot of Wolves fans think it's going to happen. They have a lot of the ball, but don't create like clear-cut chances, great chances. They just have pot shots from range, and it's never like you're never worried when you're playing against them. Is what I hear a lot of people saying.
Yeah.
I think as well 2-0 to Chelsea for this one.
For me, I'm inclined to agree with the boys. Obviously, Bruno Lage gone as well. 1 win in 14, as the guy said. It kind of was inevitable that he was going, and they didn't look particularly great in the game at the weekend. So I'm going to go for 3-0 Chelsea on this occasion. I think Chelsea will start to click under Graham Potter now. They've got a good couple of results under their belt.
I think it'll also be 3-0. I just don't see a world in which Wolves get a result here.
I mean, a Costa masterclass would be
Costa came on at the weekend and didn't look too
They
clever.
become a better team when Costa came on.
Missed a fair sitter by his standards.
I think 3-0. I actually would be surprised if it's more than 2, just purely because Wolves are still a good side when it comes to defending.
Defensively, they've actually got one of the better records. Not the best in the league.
Not
but
Everton.
Not Everton.
I'm basing that more on Chelsea.
Yeah.
Aubameyang might start firing.
Scored a nice goal against
Very
Barnes.
good on the swivel.
He did.
On the swivel.
On to the next game, Manchester City versus Southampton. Let's just skip this one and just guess how many Haaland's going to score.
Do we get the points for how many Haaland scores or how many Man City score?
I think we should get a point
bonus
for both.
point. Yeah, every week.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it'll be... Man City are playing Champions League game, so there's a potential that he only plays 70 minutes and so only scores 2. I'm going to say...
Only 2.
I'm saying 4-0 and 2 for Haaland.
I'm also saying 4-0 and also saying 2 for Haaland.
You're not going to believe it, but I'm going to say 4-0 and 2 for Haaland.
Oh, I can believe it. I'm going 5-0 and 3 for Haaland.
He's going for the hat-tricks.
Another hat-trick.
That'd be ridiculous.
Right, on to Newcastle versus Brentford. I think Newcastle are going to kick on from what they did last week.
Mm-hmm.
They got a resounding win against Fulham, another team that's been pretty good. Brentford also looked pretty good, but at St James's Park, I just think Newcastle are going to have too much for Brentford this time out, and I'm going to go for 2-0 to Newcastle.
2-0.
That's fair. Yeah.
On you go. What do you want me to?
I'll go next. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Newcastle were excellent against Fulham. Big help in the sending off for Fulham. That was a stupid challenge from Chalobah.
That was awful.
Terrible challenge. But Newcastle punished them. Almiron, great goal, of course. But I do also think, being at St James's Park, Newcastle will win this. But I do see Brentford getting a breakaway goal, making it 2-1. Well, 2-1 to Newcastle.
I think Newcastle have not actually had as good a season as people think. Their only wins are Fulham and Forest, who both got promoted and who I predicted both to go down, although Fulham have obviously started better.
Yeah.
I think this will be another draw for Newcastle. I just don't think they're unbelievable. I think they're obviously much better than ever before, and I still think they'll finish 11th, 10th, but I'm going to go 1-1.
I'm going to disagree with you on this one, Jacob. I thought they played, again, fantastic at the weekend. Fulham not helping themselves, obviously, with the sending off of Chalobah, but I thought whenever they did play, they played really well. Obviously, Almiron had a great game. I think obviously Longstaff as well had a great game. There was a few players in that Newcastle team, Gomares as well, that had really good games, and I think this is the kind of game that at home it's against a team that's, I'd say, round about the level. I think this is one where they'll probably kick on. So I think Brentford will score, but I think it'll be 2-1 Newcastle.
I think Newcastle have to win. I think it's the sort of game that their fans will start to get a little bit.
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
We've got the money.
Yeah.
We've got a manager that's is he
That's
the one
meant to be good. That's meant to be
Yeah.
really, really good as well, and he is very good, Eddie Howe.
I think
But
Eddie Howe's most impressive thing is he's made players that were there before better.
Yeah,
So
like
that's
Almiron.
his more impressive. That's the most impressive. We've
Almiron
talked
and
Joe
Joe
Linton. We've
Linton.
talked to Joe Linton
Yeah.
a lot. Almiron, there's a few other players in there. Even Longstaff.
He's brought in good players like Dan Burn.
Yeah.
yep.
So Callum Wilson's playing well again as well.
Yeah.
Cal Wilson's always kind of played well though.
When he's not
His is
injured.
just he's just injured. Even this season, he scored a few, injured again. He came back now.
They're just a team that, see if they can get the consistency right, they'll do well.
Yeah,
They're a very
sure.
consistency based.
Yeah, I think
team,
they've got a
Newcastle.
great 11. I think once they start having to bring in a couple others, the standard
But
falls.
that will.
But that's like the
become
most.
better.
That's the most typical thing for a club that's positioned 7th to 10th.
Yeah.
Like their starting 11 can give any team a game, but
Once the money comes in, they will strengthen that squad and they will bring in new players to upgrade the first 11, and then the players that are in their current 11 will filter down. And that'll be a bit more
that's
squad
when they
depth.
get the depth. Yeah.
I mean, we also kind of saw that at the tail end of last season when obviously Arsenal came, and obviously they won 3-0. Like, they're a very good
No, of
team
course.
based off that. Well, obviously.
But yeah. Anyway,
On to the first televised game of the weekend.
Mhm.
Brighton at home to Tottenham.
Do you boys think this is a weird one that the first televised game is a 5:30 kick-off on a
It's
Saturday?
because Man United
we
are Europa
discussed
League.
this at the start.
Oh yeah, because Man United are an incredibly small
Easy,
club
man.
as
Yeah,
well.
Man United Everton was supposed to be the 12:30 game.
Yeah.
But it had to get moved.
Yeah.
Because two tiny clubs cannot be the first game of the weekend.
Of course.
It's
He's
Bournemouth,
trying his
Leicester,
hardest
the
not to bite there and that as well.
Yeah.
Brighton and Tottenham then, who's saying what way? First
Very
or-
very impressed with Brighton. Couldn't fail to be, considering how well they started.
New
at
manager?
Anfield. New manager bounce, of course. De Zerbi got pretty much a baptism of fire his first few games because he's like got all of like the bigger clubs in his first couple of games. But they played fantastically at Anfield. Trossard as well.
What a player?
What a player, exactly. Spurs did not impress me at all in the North London derby. I just thought they looked so passive. They kept making the wrong options. Arsenal were just able to pick them off at will, pretty much. And if they do that again against Brighton, they're in serious trouble. Serious troubles. And I actually think that, I don't want to say this could be the start of a slide for Spurs. Like, obviously,
Say it. Go on. Say it. Callum wants you to say it.
I want you to say it.
I was going to say, I think this could be a very tricky game, and if it doesn't go well, the start of a slide for Spurs. And I think
What's
this
your
could be a bold prediction, but I think this is one each. I think Brighton will do.
I thought he was going to actually be bold.
No,
It's not bold.
I think Tottenham are already on a slide. I don't think this will be the beginning of the
Yeah.
slide. I think they are halfway down a chute, and I think they're going to get even further.
halfway is
And
Yeah,
fa-
halfway.
and
And
in
I think
fairness-
I think they're going to get further down. I'm going 3-1 Brighton.
I was going to say 2-1, and I thought I was being bold.
Wow.
I think that Brighton will win as well. I think De Zerbi, what he's coming in, it's not his football. It's this is Potter's team still. He's just come in and what he said, he's just pretty much just doing the same thing they were doing before. Keep doing what you're doing.
A wee
sprinkle of De Zerbi on top.
It's a smart strategy in that as well because it keeps the players settled, and I think the reason I say a start of a slide is because they were up against Arsenal and we know how good Arsenal have been.
But they'd lost to Sporting 3-0. No, not
2-0.
2-0.
No, it's 2-0.
They drew 0-0
minute.
tonight.
Yeah.
We're recording this on a Tuesday. We know it's early, but we've got other commitments this week.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to go against all of you then and say I think Spurs will still win.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 2-1. Harry Kane both goals.
Ooh, okay. You've got one in fantasy?
No, just
I do.
I think it's fantastic.
He has to get that in there. I've got one fantasy.
On to Sunday.
Yep, Sunday.
Crystal Palace versus Leeds, the first game of the day.
Truly a
On
massive game.
It's two stinky teams.
You want to start us off, Aaron, as the Crystal Palace one?
Yeah. Oh, I have a great affinity with Crystal Palace, as everyone knows. Nah, I'm just kidding. But tricky. This will be a very, very tricky game for Leeds. Obviously, Selhurst Park away always is. Even the big teams struggle. Even the big teams in that struggle here, and a big team like Leeds will struggle here as well. Absolutely massive. Not helped by the fact that we lost Sinistera due to suspension for one of the most silly things I've seen.
What a sausage!
Like, you don't stand in front of the ball, Luis. You just don't
do it when you've not got a yellow card.
Exactly. Do it when you've not got a yellow card.
The ref sent him off though.
Yeah, to be fair, the letter of the law, and they always looked up against it against Villa. I thought like obviously Leeds had more of the possession, but it didn't show the game for me. Villa really had a lot of the clear cut chances. The amount of times that Watkins missed
in the second half, especially.
Exactly. So we're hoping for a bit of a bounce back, but I don't think it will come here. Palace, I think they've shown too much, especially in the game against Chelsea. Yeah, even though they lost, I think Palace will sneak a 2-1 win here.
I agree. I think it'll be 2-1.
So do I. I think 2-1 as well.
I'm going to say 1-0 to Crystal Palace. I don't think Leeds will score.
Fair enough.
We've got Brendan Harrison, mate. We're scoring.
That's on Jacob level.
I know.
Forever.
So don't worry. We'll get to it.
It's like we used to have Lukaku. He scored in front of her. That's what you like.
That is what you like.
Shake him. I'm wrong.
We're 2 games away from me predicting a Liverpool win. Don't worry.
That's alright. Don't you worry.
haven't seen them dismantle a better team than Arsenal tonight. So
yeah.
We'll get to that.
On to a London derby.
There's one every second week, but go on.
Yeah.
Every
not
week
on the telly.
No.
West Ham versus Fulham.
I mean, who wants to watch this?
I would watch it.
West Ham, Fulham.
I really like watching Fulham.
I'm alright. I'd probably watch this over Palace Leeds. Oh, actually, would I?
No, you
wouldn't.
Palace Leeds is an exciting game.
Yeah.
Both very attacking sides.
So Fulham, obviously, really poor result last week. On the contrary, West Ham, really good result. Do they keep on from last week's performance?
I think they do.
I think they probably do. And a big thing is, I don't know if Mitrovic is out.
He's
He came off injured in about 30th minute or something.
He's 75% on fantasy.
So he's in my team. I'm going to keep him in there. I've also got Bowen. So
Heggy's injury report on
finally
fantasy has decreed that it's a 75% chance of playing.
But it was Bowen or Madison, and Madison then went and did what he did.
I know.
So I got it wrong, technically. Stu didn't, though.
Of course.
But yeah, echoing what the boys said, Bowen, Scamacca, very impressive for West Ham. I think that hopefully this is the start of Scamacca firing because I want to like him. He looks as if he could be a really good player for West Ham.
Great goal,
exactly. Fantastic finish. I think West Ham will kick on from here. I think the whole doubt about Mitrovic, I think that'll maybe unsettle Fulham a little bit because as good as Fulham have been, Mitrovic is still the focal point. And I think this will be a nice and easy 2-0 to West Ham here.
I'll go 2-1. I'll give Fulham a goal just because Mitrovic is hopefully going to come off the bench or something.
I'm going to go 1-1. I still don't think West Ham are that great.
I'm also going 1-0.
Oh, okay.
Fair
enough.
On to game of the week.
Yeah, game of the week, I
Best
think.
game of the week, yeah.
Interestingly, the bookies have Arsenal favourites.
Favourites?
Still
don't
understand.
I just still don't believe it. I know I'm pessimistic. I still don't believe it.
I don't believe it either. I don't think you're...
I can believe it off this season, but see if you'd have told me this maybe 5-6 weeks ago, no.
We've been better than Liverpool this season, but I still don't quite have. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna lose. I think we'll draw. I think it will be 2-2.
Yeah.
I still think they're just. It's just if we win this game, I'm seriously got it.
A win here for Arsenal would be unbelievable. Liverpool have had times where they've absolutely dismantled Arsenal. I don't think that'll be this.
It's different. It's a different team for both sides.
Liverpool could beat them.
You could.
Very well. Very easily.
Really wouldn't surprise me. But I like that 2-0 shout.
Is that what you're going for?
I'm gonna go for a 2-0 shout.
What are you going for, Alan?
I'm not as surprised as maybe the other boys to see Arsenal favourites here. I think this is a completely different proposition that Arsenal will offer to Liverpool. As Jacob has rightly said, we've seen Liverpool go to the Emirates and just have fun. Pretty much that as well.
Miserable.
But based on, as Heggie kind of said, we record this on Tuesday and we've just seen them play in the Champions League against Rangers. They didn't look particularly impressive. I think a team like Arsenal could, especially with Jesus, if they can get service up to him, they've got joy potentially, because we've seen Van Dijk be prone to a mistake this season. So I'm actually going to give Arsenal the win. I'm going to give Arsenal a 2-1 win here.
I'll take it.
I'm also giving Arsenal the win.
Take that.
And I think it's going to be even more convincing than 2-1. I'm going 3-1.
Wow.
I take that.
I think
Callum is currently over here in the middle.
Honestly, I feel like we've won already.
No. There is one unbelievably key position that no one's mentioned yet, and it's the midfield. Xhaka will overrun that midfield.
Thiago looked
Partey.
brilliant tonight.
But Thiago has always got a wee injury in him.
He's there himself
They
as
brought him
well.
off tonight so he didn't get injured. Fabinho's back from injury. Henderson looked
Fabinho's
decent
been the
tonight.
worst out midfield.
Yes, he has been, but I still...
To be fair to you, we also have a 3-man midfield with Zinchenko and Ben White tucking in to make it 5 near enough.
And you've got Xhaka, you've got
Odegaard.
Partey and Odegaard. I just think that's a better midfield.
That's a better midfield right now, I think.
I still think we'll get caught. I think we'll get caught at a set piece. I think we'll get caught in the counter, and that's what I think.
I think you'll get caught in the counter as well.
Nah, I just don't see it. I think Saliba is going to bully Nunez.
I mean,
Nunez.
I was going to say the fucking 90 minutes of the pitch and Billy Nunez tonight.
I think Saliba will bully Nunez, but I'm not saying that we'll get a goal
Yeah,
because of
doesn't matter.
Nunez. I think it'll still just.
Salah or
I think
Diaz.
We're going to come and try and play the same way we did against Spurs. I think we'll control a lot of the ball.
They'll be happy with that though.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's not what Liverpool used to be. That's why I'm saying I'm still happy with what's happening. I still
don't
don't think we win the game.
Yeah.
I still don't buy this kind of proposition. Like, I'm too used to the gegenpress to see Liverpool as a counter-attacking team. I just don't think it suits them.
Gegenpress.
I think we play through it as well.
Proposition.
No.
I think we play through that press very well. That's
I
why.
think he's got every capability with playing through that press. Obviously, Partey, Odegaard, Xhaka, who's let's be honest, has been a surprise for everyone. He's been amazing the last couple of games.
But
Question is though, does Tierney play because of the counter?
Nah.
Don't think so.
No.
When I look at the matchups across the pitch, I'm giving Arsenal the favour more than I am Liverpool.
Oh, I'm not.
Martinelli's going to toast Trent. I think Saka's going to toast Tsimikas. I think defensively, Van Dijk will probably bully Jesus. The midfield I give to Arsenal currently.
Yeah.
I think Ben White is going to semi-deal with Diaz. I think he might get a bit of joy.
He's dealt with Zaha. He's dealt with Son.
Yeah.
He's dealt with everything. He's probably been silently been one of our best players this season. It's Xhaka's the one that you're going, it's got to be him. It's probably next. It's Ben White or Saliba or Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
One of those guys. Those four have been our best players this season consistently.
Yeah. The one area I could see Arsenal losing is Salah.
He gets
just
a
a
goal
Salah
off
Because
that.
Zinchenko
yes.
comes into the midfield and vacates that area
Yeah.
behind him where Salah's
then
in. So
Gabriel
that's why I think
but-
maybe we go Tierney. It's
but-
Gabriel, yeah.
But Zinchenko has dealt with Salah before at Man City.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Salah scored against Man City numerous times.
Yeah.
I know he has, but
Against
But he knows how to. But he knows how to
he's
deal
played
with
against
that.
them multiple times. We've all got different opinions there.
Oh yeah.
yeah, for
It'll
sure.
be a fascinating game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leave
very interesting game. This
Yeah.
will probably be even more interesting than the Spurs game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Leave a comment with what you think the
Yeah.
Arsenal Liverpool score is going to be. On to the last game.
The smallest game of the weekend.
It's
the two smallest clubs.
Penultimate game of the weekend.
It's on BT
Now,
Sport.
this is one where Everton. Honestly, I feel like with Man United, I think one team that's not one of the big six that beats Man United or gets a result at Man United more than any other team, it seems to be Everton. Just from
Only at Goodison,
from my
though.
memory.
Yeah.
Only
I remember
But it's at Goodison.
Everton at Goodison never seems to go particularly well for Man United.
Yeah.
I particularly remember, was it a 4-0 3 years ago?
We absolutely pumped them, basically.
Yeah.
What do you think then, Jacob?
We've won 2 in a row for the first time in a really long time. We came
Won
from
an away
behind.
game for
We
the
won an
first
away
time in a
game
long
for
time.
so long. We've got the best defence in the league, obviously, only conceding
Crazy.
7 goals.
That's mad.
Which just showed people, like, Lampard's done unbelievably well to get that, and Connor Cody's been outstanding. I didn't know
Tarkovsky as well.
he's been good,
Not
but
as good as
Cody's
Cody.
been, like...
Is it back three you still play? Or
No,
back five?
we've been back 4 the last 4 every game.
Cody's playing a back four?
Yeah,
I was
maybe
gonna say,
excellent.
Maybe
Cody
it's a
should-
myth about
Oh, it's
Cody.
definitely a myth. Wolves must be looking at that thing, especially the manager that's going to come in here, realise on the books he's getting Connor Cody and he's not got him available.
Cody, I was going to say, surely Everton have to go and try and get him.
I think
in
they
the
will
summer.
because
They have
I
to.
think his contract was. Oh, no, contract isn't up, but hopefully we go and
Maybe a
just
year
buy him.
left though.
Nah, I think he signed a big contract 2 years ago, so
Why have they sent him on loan?
I don't know.
It's
But I
because
don't understand.
Bruno Lage wanted to play forward at the
Yeah,
back.
I
and
know
he
it's still
didn't
stupid.
think- Yeah.
Yeah.
So why? It's especially Everton, who potentially could be a rival in the league.
I think I'm hoping they don't suddenly think about bringing Casemiro in and trying to match us, because I've quite liked that they've just had the McTominay and Eriksen as like a
Yeah.
2 almost. I think with our 3 we can get around them, but
What do you think?
Especially
Nick?
the way Iwobi's playing.
Yeah, Iwobi's been very
Go-
good.
I just think our front 3's just not great. So I think if we're to win, it's going to be a horrible 1-0 Everton one.
Yeah. Well, I think 1-1 here.
Yeah.
I think that
I think that's possibly more realistic, but I'm trusting them. 3 wins in a row.
Fair enough. I could say Man United win, though, to be fair though.
Yeah, it's-
On the counter.
Depends how. I don't know who they play Thursday night, but obviously they've got a game
Yeah.
Thursday and then Sunday.
Is it Omonia?
Actually-
I'm on
Something like that.
Neil Lennon's old team.
Very
Or new
interesting.
team, rather.
With Man United, I was just saying I think they're good in the counter, but that's not Everton aren't going to play where they can
Everton-
get caught in the counter.
And Everton's best thing is their defence, their midfield 3, their goalie's been outstanding this year. So
Nah,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be tough for Man United this one.
Yeah, this
It's
is
the wrong
tricky.
sort of team to play.
no, it's not when you want to be. Right
Not-
now, is
not-
the-
the
Not
way-
right now when
the way Man United are
Everton's
excelling.
defence is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, the way they're excelling Man United right now,
It's a
it's
counter.
not against an Everton.
No.
I would say, obviously, we all saw the derby, and City's job was done in the first half. But I thought in the second half they recovered quite well. Not,
I wouldn't even consider that. I honestly don't think that means
but
anything.
obviously, I don't think
They
it.
won the second half.
They played against young boys though.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
sucked.
I suppose.
Made
that's fair.
subs, Man City took the
But
foot off the
I-
gas, didn't care.
Pep must have been a little bit raging at the
Yeah,
end.
I'm sure he was.
I think this is draw written all over it. I think, as Jacob has said, Everton do really, really well against Man United at Goodison, and they've got the best defence in the league. They'll be very difficult for Man United to break down, even the likes of Anthony and Martial, if he obviously plays, which I think he should because of what he did in the derby. So I think this is 1 each written all over it.
Yeah. I'm gonna for a first in 9 game weeks. First ever goalless draw. I'm predicting.
He's actually gone for the
because he doesn't
goalless
think
draw.
Everton can score, but he
Yeah,
knows
that's
they can
fair.
defend. So
Yeah.
no.
So, were we all going for draws there? Did
No, I
you
went for an Everton one.
a 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scrappy 1-0 Everton.
Is it a Monday game then?
There is indeed.
There's a Monday game,
Monday
Monday
game.
night football.
Forest v Villa.
That's another stinker. I won't be watching that.
I mean, you say
Sorry.
that, but this Monday's game was really exciting.
I know, but
I enjoyed it.
still
Forest 2 Mondays in a row.
Forest are the new Everton. These you playing Monday nights.
We were Monday night constantly
It's
growing up. I really
ridiculous.
enjoyed it because we were always on telly. We'd always
That
get to
is-
Monday
yeah,
night
that's
football, and I was just like, oh, we're a big club.
That's kind of good to be fair.
And we were quite good
I
at the
hate
time.
it.
Our record on Mondays is absurd.
I hate being a Monday night. I feel like it's the small club fucking.
Did
But
you not
it
beat
meant that-
Arsenal on a
No,
Monday?
right. How
Nah,
can...
we've
No.
never really
In
played.
fairness
It
to
was a
Monday night
midweek
football...
game.
It
Oh,
was, but it
midweek
wasn't a man Monday.
What, was it a Mary
Oh.
Gray one?
It was Christmas.
Do you remember that game?
Jacob, you sent me enough. Every time it comes up in his timeline, Damari Gray goal against Arsenal. Oh, even there was Charleston one. It's always the Gray one, but
It's always great.
Better just send it to Callum.
I just sent it to Callum and I just don't reply.
Just in case you've not seen it.
I don't think there's any way he's not seen
I,
it.
I've
but
told you
Yeah,
this.
watch
Stable- What?
Do you even watch it when I send you?
No.
No.
I'm going to start off the Forest Villa game with 1 each. I don't think Villa have turned the corner, and I think Forest are rubbish. So I'm going to go well.
I think Cooper's gone.
Cooper's
I think
gone after
it's-
this.
I think he's gone after this. I think Villa win this game.
Do you think they spend 150 million and sack their manager within 10 games?
Their owner is is he Turkish? He's the guy that's just sacked the Olympiacos manager for no real reason. I mean, he's not doing that great, but it's just off the cuff.
But he's doing probably
I
better
think
in
it's
his
gonna
league
happen
than
again.
Cooper is.
I think it's going to happen again. I think he'll sack him. I don't think he shoots the wrong decision, but I think he'll sack him.
I think it's absolutely criminal they've spent so much money under Cooper. I don't think he's that good a manager.
No.
I think it's the best looking manager v the ugliest manager.
It's debatable.
Still
But,
is.
yeah.
Oh, well, we know he's definitely.
If you want to see that debate, put it in the comments.
Do you want to start rating how
I
the
know.
managers look?
I
You
mean,
get something to tell us over there?
and,
So
I
I
mean,
went 1-0. Callum.
2-1 Villa.
Heggy.
I don't know, Alan. You go.
2-1 Villa.
I wanted to hear Aaron's first.
Who'd you go? 2-1 Villa?
2-1 Villa.
Go
Right,
someone else.
2-1 Forest.
I love it.
Oh, he's gone contrarian.
Okay.
Sorted. Callum Porter.
I've just said it.
No, Callum Porter. Finish it. Take us away.
Oh, take us away. So that is our game week 10 predictions. Obviously, it's the 9th game. If you've enjoyed, leave us a like. Any ideas you got for us, of course, comment below. Same with score predictions if you got them. And subscribe. Thanks for watching.